just to recap everything. So we've got a C note here. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's the C major scale. A major chord is made up of a first, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a first, it's a third, and it's a fifth. That makes up a major chord, right? So if I make a C here, it turns out that that's a C, right? This is a G, which is the fifth. That's another C. By the way, you can, the 2001 Space Oddity, that's Odyssey. If you want to know what that sounds like. Then you've got so that's a C, it's a G, and that's another C. That is a third, which is an E. And that's the minor. It just turns out that actually works out. C chord. Now, that is an octave, that's a C, that's a C. A major seventh chord is when that octave is brought back one. So in order to do that, the octave is brought back one fret.
So the eighth note.
The eighth note is, which is the octave, is brought down to a seventh, a major seventh in this case, which is a B.
Okay. Yep.
Right?
That makes sense.
It's coming down. To make it a seventh, it's a B. Yeah.
One fret is B to C.
Yeah. So the reason why I use C as an example is that there's no sharps or flats in the key of C. Yep. So we don't need to worry about that. It just takes that off the table. Yep. That's why. When you get to C minor though, there is sharps and flats in C minor. So but when we're in the C major, we can just talk without having to worry about that kind of can of worms. So that's a C. It's a C major seventh. Dropping that seventh one more, right, is what we call a C seventh chord. Now, everything I just said then falls apart because that is adding a B flat into a C chord, right? Which is not in the standard major scale. That sounds mighty cool, right? There's a reason why that is, but we're not going to worry. C, C7, C major 7 rather, then C7 or C. Another word for C7 is C dominant 7. Do you get all that? Simple. So the difference between a C major and a C minor is that's a third we've discovered. That's 1, 2, 3. The fact that it's up the octave is no big deal. We move that one down by one note, and now we've got a C minor. Yes. Fully following me? Yep. Everything also happens exactly the same way as we discussed with an E bass chord, except they're even easier in the E bass chord. So in this case, that's a G, right? That's a G. That's the fifth of a G, which is a D, right? That's a G again. That's the third, which in this case is a B, right? Make it a coming down one fret. So C7 is a, well, actually no, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So that's G. Take it off. G minor, because that's the third. That's the magic note. Is the third.
It's the third.
Yeah, the third's the most important because it.
So when we were playing with C, no, we were playing C7, C major 7th. What before when you play on C chord.
Yeah.
From.
Yeah, C.
That to that.
Yeah, that's a C major 7.
Major
yeah.
7, yeah. Okay.
And then C7 with it off.
What's a C minor? Is
that? Yes.
Is that? So
yeah.
Third.
Yes, you're dropping the third.
Third.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
So when you're doing the C, if you think C major 7, C7, you're not going to drop the third because it's about the 7. It's not about the third.
Yes.
It becomes about the third when you get all minor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when it's a cool way to think
so
when
G's for G, to go to a G minor, you're playing with the third.
Yes, you're playing with a third.
F to an F minor, you're playing with
You
the
got
third.
it. You got it. So G to a G minor, that's the third
Yes.
I've dropped.
Yes.
Now, when you drop the third of the chord, this is why I said the third's the most important.
Yeah.
You change the DNA of the chord. It's like a, you know, in science there's like a physical reaction or a chemical reaction. It's a chemical reaction. It's totally changes the DNA. Whereas you add a seventh, you're adding candy to the chord.
Yep. Yep.
Right. So thirds change the DNA. Sevenths just change just the flavor.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So okay, so that's that. And the major seven in this case, because that's the octave, you have to bring it down. That's a G, that's a G. You'd have to bring it down one fret. So that would be a G major 7.
Yep.
Then G7 would be bringing that. That's the major 7th. Bring down another one, which would be the 7th.
Yep.
Do you understand all that?
Yep.
Okay, so we've learnt major, minors, and sevenths,
Yep.
and major sevenths. Now, if it's a minor 7th, the same rules apply. The minor, so a C, that's a C, that's a C7, that's a C minor 7. C minor 7 and C7 share the same note. So there's two types of sevenths, you know, kind of a major C chord. There's the major 7th, and then there's the C7, which is the dominant 7. Well, that dominant 7, that C7, is also shared in the C minor chord.
Yep.
But the minor only has one type of 7th.
Right.
There's it's called something else when you add that, right?
Yep.
Okay, following me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give some so let's give you some rapid fire. So here we go. You should be able to do this in 5 seconds. What's a B flat 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a B flat. That's a B. That's a B flat. Okay, that's a B flat 7. Another word with that B flat dominant 7th. Something I haven't told you. If you put this finger down, you add the octave of the 7th, so it makes it more 7thy.
Yep.
You might wonder what that is. Just add it and you'll sound more 7thy. But that's a 7th. That's a more emphasized 7th. B flat 7. Okay, so now make it a B flat minor 7. I haven't actually shown you this. So that's in this E based way. That's a B flat minor.
Yep.
Right? Taking that off is a B flat minor 7. Because that would be the octave. Just bringing that down. Okay, what's a C sharp major 7? C sharp major 7 is this one. That's a C sharp. Bring it down 1. C sharp major 7. What's a C sharp minor 7? Okay, so I'm going to give you some ones now, which I'm not going to tell you. So, and you can do these at home. So what's an F7? What's a B major 7? What's an E flat minor 7? What's a D minor 7? What's an F? What's a G7? What's a D7? What's a D major 7? What's a G sharp minor 7? What's a E flat minor 7? What's a C sharp 7? What's a B minor 7? What's a C minor 7? What's a G sharp? What's an F sharp 7? That'd be pretty cool. What do you reckon? Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.